Norwich defeated the New Jersey Titans in a 3-game series as the Generals swept New Hampshire. Puck is dropped. Gents win it back over to the close boards. John Rogers will float it all the way down. It does not be for icing as it'll go all the way to the back of the net. Picked up now for a moment by Hamilton. He'll get hit by the likes of Vajuk. 9-on-9 there for the Crime. Puck makes its way out towards center ice. Batted out of the air for a moment now as Vajuk will try and pick it up at the red line. He'll get taken down. Picked up for a moment now by the likes here of Gilkeson. He'll send it around towards the back of the net. Picked up by Antal. He'll hand it off to Lubin. Lubin now hands it off to Ryan Solari. Solari up to Rogers on the close boards. The fleet-footed winger who's been playing a lot of defense this season. As the Null kids sit behind the glass on the backside of the General zone. Picked up now by the Gents at center ice, trying to move it forward here for a moment now as the likes of Mason Frary. Puck goes touching. Face-off is won back by the Generals. Matt Nuzzolillo now hands it ahead. Trying to get it onto the stick of Gorman. He has the first goal here tonight as he'll hand it ahead towards Michael Locke. Intercepted though by Hamilton. He'll try and go the other way with it. Gets it past the likes of Lumen as he goes to the backside of the zone. Battling there Solari. Solari now with the likes of Goodman. Goodman now trying to backhand it. Can't get it there. Too many sticks in the way. Too many bodies in the way. Is Tommy Lubin using that big body of his. Now Gorman sends it around to the likes of Hamilton right in front of the General's bench. He'll have to kick it forward. Intercepted though by Michael Locke. Locke gets it out towards center ice. Sticked away from him there for a moment, but he's able to push it forward once more. Gents trying to get a change. Puck goes over to the close boards now. Goodman. Goodman on the close sides with Lubin. Lubin now chasing after this one on the backside of the zone here for a moment. Now as both teams trying to dig forward here, now is picked up by Reese Tamburo. Tamburo trying to send it into the zone here for a moment now. As the puck makes its way over to the far boards. Trying to keep it down low here for a moment now as we're currently dealing with some technical difficulties. We're trying to get that fixed here for a moment now as we'll try and get everything sorted for a moment. 9:11 remaining here in the first. I'm working on it here. As Tommy Lubin now. It says we're online here for the moment. Puck makes its way into the close corner now as both sides will try and dig it out. Picked up now by Massengill, who'll try and get it forward. Does so indeed. Makes its way over the far boards now, the likes of Lubin. Lubin sends it over the close boards now, Nuzzolillo. Racing after this one, camping him there. Borms' shot right into the glove hand side of Antal. He will hang on with 6:13 remaining in the first. Face off now to the left-hand side of Antal. Puck is dropped one back by Norwich now. Trying to turn and fire. Got a piece of it, though, I think it was Pagasti as the puck makes its way into the close corner. Both sides trying to move it forward now as Pagasti floats it out towards center ice. Can't get it too far, though, as Norwich tries to keep the zone. They will so indeed. Colin March now behind his own zone. Gets it around to the far boards to the likes of Vajuk. Hamilton there, able to keep it in. Trying to hand it off. Vajuk will get a piece of it. Accidentally shot it, I believe, off the blocker. Foglia. Play continues, though. Picked up for a moment now by the likes of Goodman. Goodman in the far corner. Battling with the likes of Tamburo and March. Trying to get a little bit of help there for a moment is Gilkeson. Gilkeson now with March. 4-on-4. The Crime here for those two. Now hands it ahead towards the likes of Vajuk on the far boards. He can't make it past the likes for a moment of Harrison Ranger. Good work from him. Ranger keeps it down low. Picked up though by Tamburo on the backside of his net. Gets it ahead to Bagasti. Now he's still trying to make it past the likes of Janik. Gets it out towards center ice with 5:25 remaining here in the first. 1-0 your score. Gents still lead. Picked up now for a moment here by the likes of Hamilton. He'll dump it all the way down. It'll go to the backside of the Gens zone. It will be an icing with 5:16 remaining in the first. Here tonight as he was assisted by Matt Nuzzolillo to give the Gens the early lead. Puck is dropped, one back by the Gens here for a moment. Trying to keep it in is Brandon Hemmer. He will so indeed. Now Rogers slap shot. That one goes wide. Hassenauer couldn't get in that one. Mason Frary now hands it off to Hassenauer. Trying to make a backhand pass out in front. Can't find him there. Rogers now across to Hassenauer. His shot right into the 5-hole of Alfano, who hangs on with 5-0. Puck is dropped. Gents trying to push it forward. Tied up 4 in the dot here for a moment, but Gorman will get it back to the backside of the zone. 1-0 still your score. Gents lead. Trying to keep it in will be the likes of Hemmer. He'll lay the hit at the blue line, but able to get it out for a moment here will be the likes of Norwich. Able to send it to the backside of the Gents zone. Picking after this, though, will be Owen Locke. Locke now sends it around to the close boards to the likes of Hemmer. Hemmer trying to chip it ahead. Picked up now by the likes of Borms. The clock isn't running here now with about 51 seconds remaining here in the first. Puck goes out towards center ice. Picked up now for a moment here by the likes of Hamilton. Hamilton ahead now to Borms. Borms trying to turn and fire. Can't get that one to go across now as it'll be picked up for a moment here by Norwich in the far boards. Gens will try and get it out. Picked up now trying to turn and fire. Kick save made once more by the likes of Antal. 20 seconds remaining here in the first. Puck makes its way to the backside of the zone now. Picked up for a moment here by the likes of Goodman. 13 seconds remaining in the first. Gens still ahead 1-0 as they'll pin for it here in the far corner of the Gens zone. Both sides trying to dig for it here. No one can seem to get it moving here with about 6 seconds remaining. Puck makes his way up to the close boards, trying to get one more shot at it as Hamilton. He can't get it there. It goes wide, and that will end the first period. Face-off one over to the close boards now, trying to move it forward is Aiden Reedy. Gens won't allow it here as Tamburo gets it back down low. Vajuk now battling on the backs of the boards. Can't pick it up now as it'll be picked up for a moment here by the likes of Borms. Puck still on the backs of the net here as multiple bodies trying to dig it out. Still trying to reach forward here is Tamburo. Able to get a piece of it was Borms. Bouncing puck out front. Not able to find a way there in a white jersey. Now here comes the likes of Rady. Rady trying to get it out. Has it stick on his stick for a moment there. I believe it got stuck on the side of him as that's what we call it offsides. As Reedy was trying to dump it to the backside of the zone. 49 remaining in the second. Face off right in front of the Norwich bench. Tamburo steps across from Gilkeson once more, tied up, one back towards the Gens zone. Able to get it out, though, will be the likes of Solari. Solari tries to hand it ahead to Vajuk, not able to get it there. Bouncing puck makes his way to Gilkeson State. He'll dump it in. Lubin, though, intercepts. Hands it across to Solari. Now ahead towards Gabe Vajuk. One-on-one for him. Vajuk surveying, trying to get a pass across. Can't get it through the skates, though, of Chris Hamilton. Bouncing puck makes his way out in front. Tamburo can't pick it up cleanly either as he got picked up for a moment there by the likes of Gilkeson. Puck stays in the Norwich zone for a moment before it bounces out towards center ice. Makes its way to the backside of the Gens zone, chasing after this one, Solari. No icing here. Solari able to pick it up on the far boards for a moment. Almost lost it there for a second as he hands it ahead towards the likes of Levente Bagasti. Solari hands it ahead now to the likes of Vajuk at center ice. Bagasti will chase this one down as Chris Hamilton will get it in the close corner. Hands it ahead now. Can't get it past the likes of Bagasti, the Hungarian. Gets it up now to Lubin on the close boards. Lubin keeps it down low to Bagasti. Bagasti to Lubin. Lubin in the close corner, hands it up now for a moment up to the blue line. Trying to keep it in is Mason Ferry. Knocks the stick out of the hands for a moment there of the likes of Peluso as he'll be able to send it right back in. Icing, though, as too many Gens were across the line still with 17:50 remaining here in the second. With 17:50 remaining here in the second, he scores halfway through the first to give the Gens the early 1-0 lead. Able to win it back here from almost the backs of Norwich, but Anthony Nuzzolillo kicks it forward. Nuzzolillo now. Right in front of his own bench. Holds on to it here for a moment now as he'll get it down low to the likes of Vajuk. Back up to Anthony Nuzzolillo. Nuzzolillo turning and firing save made. Now as Rogers, I believe, got a stick in the way. Able to dump it all the way down will be the likes of Norwich. Antal will pick it up behind his own net. 12:50 remaining here in the second. 53 seconds on the man advantage. Picked up by the Gens back in their own zone. Braden Hemmer. Hemmer now. Sends it ahead now to the likes of Rogers. Rogers at center ice gets a cross ice pass to the likes of Nuzzolillo, who'll turn it around and hand it back to Owen Locke. Trying to reset. Ahead now to Rogers. He'll enter into the zone. Pressured here. Gets it across. Trying to find the likes of Vajuk. Can't get it there. It'll make its way to the backs of the zone. Massengill battling with the likes of Hemmer. Hemmer and Massengill now. With Vajuk and Nuzzolillo trying to get it moving. Pinning forward was the likes of Massengill for a moment before Hemmer gets it away. Still just trying to get some possession here with about 22 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Too many men on the ice was the call. Picked up now by Rogers. He'll backhand to the backs of the zone. Picked up by Vajuk. Ahead to Rogers on the far dot. Rogers backhands to Nuzzolillo with the blue line. Turns and fires it. Redirected out in front. Vajuk, it goes wide. 12:05 remaining here in the second. 7 seconds on the man advantage. Hemmer now at the far dot. Hands it over to Nuzzolillo. Nuzzolillo turns. Fire save made once more. Out of the box. Even strength now, but not able to get past as Owen Locke made his way all the way down. It'll be an icing here as Owen Locke will beat the icing attempt as trying to get out of the box was Aiden Reedy. McLaughlin will step into the dot against Gilkeson as he will win it forward. McLaughlin now on the far boards, hands it down low to the likes of Nick Summers. Tonight's extra forward. Hands it off to Colin March on the close boards who takes a hit. Fickenshire with a shot. Kick save made once more by Alfano. Greenwood with a shot. That one goes wide. March keeps it down low, trying to get onto the stick of Fickenshire. He hands it off to Summers. Summers now. Some of the younger forwards on this general squad will all hopefully be returned as, of course, for the NA3 team next year. McLaughlin now in the close dot. Makes his way up the close board, turning and sending it back down low to the likes of Summers. He battles with Massengill. Hands it off now to the likes of Fickenshire, who gets pinned there with Jamison Bain. 11:15 now remaining here in the second. Still 1-0 your score, Gens lead. Puck still pinned for in the moment here as it'll make its way over the far corner finally as chasing after this one McLaughlin. He'll try and get it out, does so indeed. Greenwood will send it right back in. Picked up by Massengill, he'll try and chip it forward. Colin March will chase after this back towards his own zone. No icing here. He'll chip it off the close boards and get it up tonight. Got himself 7 points on the Fraser Cup playoffs and 4 goals on the playoff time. Antal now picks up the loose puck and hands it off to Owen Locke in the far corner. Baiting him to it though for a moment was the likes of Borms. Trying to get it help there, was not going to be able to get anything though as the Gens get it out. Borms now chasing after this one back in his own zone. Gens will go for a couple of changes. Borms in his own zone. Trying to get it off the close boards, does so indeed, intercepted though by Nick Summers. Summers at center ice, dumps it back in. All the way to the far corner now, Gabe Vajuk with Bagasti. Bagasti will pick it up and make his way down low. Pass out front towards Summers, he got tied up though. Picking up now will be in the close corner, Borms. Borms with 5:25 remaining in the second. 3-0 now your scores. An attempted shot by March. Can't go all the way through. Norwich trying to move it forward. Garrett Greenwood, though, sends it right back in. Gens will get back on sides and re-enter. Picking it up now will be the likes of Hamilton. Tries to get it out. Does so indeed. March will pick it up, though, at center ice and dump it right back in once more. Makes his way to the far boards now. Hamilton will pick it up after the Gens get back on side. He floats it out, and it'll go out of play with about 5:02 remaining here in the second as that one ended up in the Gens bench. Face off to the right-hand side of the goaltender Alfano. Puck is dropped. Gens will win it back. Mason Frary now in the dot as it bounced right forward after March kicked it to him. Picked up, though, by the likes of Norwich, and they'll take out a couple of Gens on the bench with 4:55 remaining. Up across from Mason Frary in the dot on the right-hand side of Alfano. Puck. He'll get changed out for Gilkeson. Gilkeson now back in his own zone, hands it off to Hamilton, back towards his own territory. Hands it across now to Essing. Essing now to Farmer. Farmer misses the pass, but is able to pick it up and get it into the zone. Turns and fires it, able to kick it away, though will be Antall as it fluttered away. Picked up now by Hamilton. Hands it ahead, Gilkeson intercepts. Gilkeson back up now towards Hamilton. Hamilton to the blue line, turns and fires, redirected out in front. Too many bodies in the way. Trying to get it out of his own lock. Brian Essing, though, trying to keep the zone. Pressured, though, by Locke, he'll get it out. Broken stick there right in front of the Gens bench. I'm not sure who that belongs to now, so it'll make its way right into the blue line here of the Gens zone. Goes all the way into the close corner. Gens will kill off the rest of that time, and it'll be after this one, Colin March. March ahead towards Pogosty. Pogosty not able to keep possession here as he puts his head up to the skies. Jamison Bain intercepts. Gilkeson now chips it off the close boards, but able to get it back to her now towards the likes of Sean Bauckham. Bauckham pressured here for a moment, able to get it out of the zone before Garrett Greenwood sends it back in. Pogosty has to get back on sides. Picking it up now for a moment here will be the likes of Borms. Borms ahead, now to Gilkeson, now across to Rady. Rady enters in, 3-on-2, Gens have the numbers though. Gets all the way down low as he beats the likes of Solari. Backhander out front, nobody home though in a red jersey to clean that one up. Now Borms gets it back down low, goes to the backs of the zone, Gilkeson. Gilkeson now to the far boards, tries to get it up to the blue line to Massengill. Massengill shot, that one goes high and wide. Puck makes its way to the close corner now. They're going to go out in front, does so indeed. Nobody home though in a red jerseys. That one was picked up cleanly for a moment there by Rady, but it couldn't get a clean shot. That one goes high. Picked up by Massengill in front of the Gens bench, trying to get it out. Big hit there from the likes of Rogers. Rogers now with the blue line, trying to go around the likes of Massengill. He finally picks it off him now as Antall picks it up behind his own net and sends it to the far or close boards now instead. He reconsidered. Gens trying to get it out. They will so indeed to Rogers. Rogers has it poked from him for a moment now as Hassenauer's lost a stick. He's going to go to the bench for a face off at central ice is won back by Norwich now as they'll try and get it out. Solari, though, able to kick it back towards the Norwich zone. Rogers pinning forward here on the close side with Hassenauer trying to help him out. Just trying to dig it out at center ice. Hassenauer dumps it around the backside of the zone. Alfano lets it go as he'll let it off now to the likes of Hayden. Rogers will pin for it, but able to kick it over now as Hayden over to Hamilton. Hamilton now ahead to the likes for a moment to Goodman. Goodman now digging forward here for a moment now as multiple bodies just laying on this close side trying to get the puck moving. No one can seem to do it. Puck makes its way onto Borm's stick now as he'll try and send it off the far boards. Does so indeed to Dutcher. Dutcher ahead to Gilkeson. Gilkeson to Dutcher who tries to dump it in. Able to get a stick in the way though is Lubin. He'll dump it right back in. Rogers trying to make it to the puck here. Trying to go for a backhander. Can't get it there. Borm's got a stick in the way. Rogers will pick it up though in the close corner. Trying to find a passing lane. Does so with a Lubin. He scores! Tommy Lubin does it! 5-1 now your score. Tommy Lubin gets on the board for the Gens. His for the Levante Bagazdi goals. The Gens will win this face-off back. Greenwood now on the far boards, hands it ahead to the likes of Nuzzolillo. Nuzzolillo now not able to get a possession here as will be picked up by Hamilton. Too slow for no icing as Hamilton tries to dump it off the close boards. Janik now battling forward here in the close corner. Multiple white jerseys in the way, though, as Michael Locke tries to dig it out and hand it off to Nuzzolillo. Does so indeed. Bouncing puck goes to the backside of the zone here. Picked up now for a moment by Norwich. They'll try and get it out. They will so indeed. Colin March, though, dumps it forward to the likes of Michael Locke. He can't keep possession of it, though, as it goes to the backs of the zone. It'll be called out of play here with 5:35 remaining in the third. I believe that bounced off the glove of division finals. Game 2 set for tomorrow in Norwich in the evening. Puck is dropped, one back by Gilkeson. Gilkeson now across. Into the Gens zone now, Lubin picks it up now, Gorman floats to the backside of the zone now. It'll end up on the stick of Alfano, no icing here. Picked up by Michael Locke as Alfano tried to clear it. Pass across, Michael Locke can't find anybody there. Trying to make his way forward once more. Gens pick it up here now as it'll make its way to the backside of the zone. Picked up now in center ice for a moment now, Gorman. Can't keep it there for a moment now as it'll be picked up by the likes of Hamilton back in his own zone. Hamilton hands it off now to the likes of Alexander. Alexander now trying to get it out of the zone. Does so indeed, but picked up by Lubin at center ice. He has his first goal of the NA3 season here tonight. Sent into the Norwich zone now. Picked up for a moment by Hamilton. Hamilton hands it across. Intercepted, though, by Matt Nuzzolillo, who dumped it to the backside of the zone. Hamilton once more. 2:05 remaining here in the third. Generals ahead 5-1. Puck makes his way up the close boards now. Ranger trying to kick it forward. Makes his way past the legs of Lumen for a